All right, well, good evening, fans. We welcome those of you in tonight who are watching on Audio Sports Online. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn as the Cascade Cadets are set to take on the Danville Warriors, and we're going to be syncing up, simulcasting tonight on WYRZ 98.9. Luke Stevenson from the Danville School Board's here with us, too.
Hey, Rob, how are you?
Hi, Luke. I should probably get you some headphones so you can hear.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to sync up here, so we'll start our broadcast in about 5 minutes. So we're going to do a little countdown for Shane Ray back in the WYRZ studios.
Yes. Yeah, we're hitting the FM airwaves
There's
tonight.
the intern. And Lee, took you long enough.
Hey, Lee.
I've never been this far south before in Hendricks County.
Hey, Lee. Lee, have you met Luke? You guys have met before. Yeah. Lee, have you met Leck?
Yes, once or twice. How's it going?
Lee, Leck, and Luke.
Yeah.
You say you brought headphones? Yeah. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you're working with there. No mic. Just headphones. It's fine. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Luke. You're getting kicked out. Good. Hey, need to get you on the show again soon.
Yeah. I'm sure we can talk about education.
Yeah. I'm sure you have some strong opinions.
Should I mention how good Jim Snap did?
He did a great job. You guys are number one. Good job, Lee. Hey, our screen's connected. Please don't say anything you wouldn't say in church.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. Lee, can you hear okay? Can you hear okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Let's see here. There we go. How about that? Is that better?
Perfect.
All right. So Lee, you're in charge of the camera.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Shane, we've got 3 minutes. 3-minute countdown. 3 minutes. 3 minutes now. Sorry. Leck, can you hear okay?
Yes.
All right. Lee, can you hear okay?
Perfect.
All right.
So am I coming through okay?
Yep, you're
Okay, good.
you're transmitting brilliantly.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, Lee, your primary job tonight is the camera. You will also be the halftime and pregame.
Sounds good.
You will also participate in that. How's your weekend going, Lee?
I had some unexpected work today down on the farm.
Oh, okay. Hopefully that was good.
I am so worn out you would not believe.
All right. Hey, welcome everybody in that's listening tonight on Audio Sports Online, getting our video simulcast linked up here with WYRZ 98.9. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees, and we're going to be bringing you the play-by-play action of tonight's game. We've still got 2 minutes left to go before we sync up. Shane, we will do our traditional 20-second countdown silence and then start. So we will do that tonight as we normally do. I should probably let everybody know that we're going to be on. Leck, I'll do a quick intro and then kick it over to you for some stats and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Shane, we've got about 1 minute. I'll do a 30-second countdown and then a 20-second countdown. All right, Shane, we've got 30 seconds. 20 seconds, Shane. Presented by Westside Plumbing and powered by AudioSportsOnline.com. Hendricks County High School basketball is on the air. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us tonight. We come to you live from the Cascade High School in Clayton, Indiana, where the Cascade Cadets will play host to the Danville Warriors. So pleased to have you with us. Joining me tonight will be Lee Brees as well as Lex Zorn for tonight's play-by-play action. Both teams out on the court. Should be a very exciting evening of high school basketball. Also want to say thank you to Shane Ray back in the Hendricks Power Cooperative Studios. And so pleased to have you with us tonight, where Cascade and Danville are set to do battle. We bring in my color commentator for the evening, Lex Zorn. Lex, should be an exciting evening of high school basketball.
Yes, indeed, Rob. It's great to be back here in my second home of Cascade. I've been here now for the last 8 days and have been spending more waking hours here than in my own home some days. But anyway, we got an exciting matchup tonight between your Cascade Cadets, who enter with a record of 4-2, and the county rival Danville Warriors, who enter with a record of 3-0. Both of these teams are playing their second game in as many days. Last night, Cascade was right here against Edgewood. And while the Cadets did a lot of good things on offense, they did not have an answer for the sharp outside shooting of Cooper Bybee, nor the strong inside presence of Chayton Howard. And the Mustangs ended up prevailing by a score of 60-47, breaking a 4-game winning streak for the Cadets. Meanwhile, Danville last night won their third consecutive game to start off the season. And their first 2 games were on the road. On November 29th, they beat Greencastle 76-36. Then December 2nd, they beat Mooresville 55-40 before returning home to play their home opener last night, which was a 77-57 win over Southmont. Now, Cascade enters this game with 3 players averaging in double figures, led by 6'5" junior Dalton Dubois, who leads the team in points with 18.2 a game and in rebounds with 12.2 a game, followed by senior Evan Birch at 6'2", who averages 12.2 points a game, as well as a team-high 4.2 assists a game, and also 5'10" senior Alec Alderson, who averages 10.8 points a game. However, depth is a problem for Cascade, as they do not have a player other than those 3 averaging as many as 4 points a game. So certainly we saw last night that when you're short on options on offense against a team that has talent as good, if not better, it can be a big handicap. So anyway, they'll definitely be hoping for some other guys to step up tonight and provide a big offensive power.
All right, let's thank the underwriters for tonight's game. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. That's 317-445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. And Propane Inc. is located at 375 West Main in Brownsburg. They offer 24/7 all-weather live emergency service, as well as online budget and billing for commercial and residential locations. More information can be found by calling Propane Inc. at 317-852-8916. We bring in at this time the esteemed cameraman. He'll also be commentating with us tonight, the intern for WYRZ, Lee Brees. Lee, great to have you with us. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, it's always a blast to have a great broadcast with the Rob Kendall, big talker.
Hey, you said this is the furthest south you've ever been in the county, is that right?
Yeah, this is my first journey ever to the Cascade High School. I learned that as soon as I walked in. I'll tell you, I see lots of pictures of this gym, and I'll tell you, as a player, I love playing in old gyms. I'm not a big fan of, say, the new big box gym idea per sorts. I love coming here, I love the atmosphere. I love just the closeness of the fans with the court. I love the style of the look. It's a great atmosphere as a player. I'd say when I was a player, my favorite gym was up at Lafayette Jefferson High School. That was my favorite gym as a player. But great to come down here at Cascade and have a great game.
Yeah, Leck, we mention this every time we're out here for our broadcasts on Audio Sports Online, and we talk about this, that this is really the last of the old gyms in the county from the school, opened from the school's inception in 1965, and a very small, cozy gym. And what do you call that? The booming acoustics? Is that what you call it?
That's one way you can put it. Yeah, ear-piercing, booming, whatever. But, yeah, they have a low ceiling here, and when the crowd gets really crazy, it could sound like they have 10,000 people in here. And speaking of, large crowds, we do have a really nice one tonight. These two schools separated by a mere 9 miles here in Hendricks County. Danville is well known for having a zealous contingency of fans. They look like they have about 300 people here on their side of the floor. We probably have about as many for Cascade. So, last night we had probably about 400 between the two boys and we had a boys-girls doubleheader last night here between Cascade and Edgewood. Looks like we're going to have an even bigger crowd here tonight. And even so, we had a lot of fans, a lot of Edgewood fans coming in last night from Ellettsville. But, obviously Danville being only 9 miles away, you expect you're going to have a bigger crowd. And we do, especially with all the enthusiasm with their red-hot 3-0 start. And, of course, Danville has been really a fairly big power for the last generation. The school has won 10 sectionals, including 5 in the last 11 years, also won a couple of regionals. And certainly last year, after they're going 21-5, they had high hopes coming into this season, and so far they've lived up to that. The Warriors have 4 players averaging in double figures, including senior center Zach Callahan, who's 6 feet 4 inches tall. He averages 14 points and a team-high 10.5 rebounds. In addition, junior Alec Burton's at 6'6", a wide receiver for the football team, averages 16 points and 6 rebounds a game. Connor Jones also contributes heavily. He's a 6'3" sophomore who they're really going to be looking for big things out of in the next couple of years. He averages 13.5 points a game. And finally, the do-it-all guy is 6'2" junior Austin Cowart, who averages 10 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals a game. So certainly on paper, these two teams relatively evenly matched, but with the better depth for Danville, they certainly would appear to be a slight favorite in this game, even playing on the road. Although certainly Cascade has made great strides this season. The Cadets have finished with 4 consecutive losing seasons. They certainly look like they're going to end that streak this season. And, making it even better is that the girls are off to an outstanding start at 8-2, ranked number 5 in the state in Class 2A.
Hey, Leck, you want to go down and get the starting lineups for us? Does that work?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah,
okay,
no problem.
All right.
Back.
We'll fill some programming notes here. Again, if you're just tuning in tonight here on 98.9 WIRZ, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees as we're bringing you Hendricks County High School basketball presented by Westside Plumbing as the Danville Warriors travel to Cascade to take on the Cascade Cadets. Should be a great evening of high school basketball. Warriors still out on the floor. Again, we are also simulcasting our broadcast tonight on audiosportsonline.com, so there'll be a video feed of our broadcast there as well if you're near an internet feed. But wherever you're watching or listening from, so pleased to have you with us as we come to you from Clayton, Indiana tonight. So about 5 minutes up on the clock, and we will have high school basketball action coming up here for you in just a little bit. Don't forget, tonight, following high school basketball, it's the 70s dance party with Nicole. She's normally on right now and was kind enough to move back a little bit as we bring you this great Hendricks County High School basketball matchup. Nicole, the 70s dance party. Lee, I know that's one of your favorite shows, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm an 18-year-old who loves 70s music, and I love Nicole.
There you go. Hey, real quick, Lee, how has it been this year, your internship with WIRZ? How's it going? You're a celebrity there at the high school, right?
Oh, yes. Everyone's asking me why I didn't do the Ben Davis broadcasting program, but, I think I love it because I'm able to pick Shane's brain day in and day out. I think this past week especially, I've been especially curious, trying to learn more about the radio station, asking a lot of questions. a lot more questions than answers by Shane, but
And again, of course, Lee is our fabulous intern, Brownsburg High School senior, who has done a great job, and we're pleased to have him out with us tonight. He's going to be manning the camera on our Audio Sports Online side of things. So again, coming up immediately after high school basketball tonight, it is, or not immediately after, but shortly after, it'll be the 70s dance party with Nicole, 10 o'clock start tonight on 98.9 WYRZ. Let's look ahead to our broadcast schedule. You know, it is the Christmas season. Things get a little bit different this time of year. But taking a look ahead here in the month of December, we've got coming up on the 16th, next Friday night. It's going to be your school, Lee. My alma mater, Brownsburg High School, will be traveling to Avon to take on the Orioles. So that should be a very very exciting night of high school basketball. You'll be there with us, right?
oh yeah, most definitely. I'll never miss a game.
Okay, excellent. All right. So again, about 4 minutes up on the clock. 3 minutes up on the clock there. Now, one of the things about the Cascade High School, which is we've grown to love it here, is we are literally right on top of the fans because it's really a two-deck seating section, and the fans back right up to the press area here where we are at. So we will actually have fans that back right up to us, and if you listen hard enough, you might be able to hear a conversation or two amongst those in the audience. So it's one of the quaint little nuances of the Cascade High School. And speaking of the Cascade High School, I want to say thank you to the fine principal here at the Cascade High School, Mr. John Acton, and also the great athletic director, Scott Stevens. And, like one thing I've often commented on, I started covering, and by the way, Lee, if you want to use that at some point, go ahead, make yourself at home. When I started covering high school basketball 15 years ago, there's only one coach left in the county that was here when I started. It's Brian Barber, the head coach of the Danville Warriors. He's had a lot of success over the years.
Yeah, he has. Most recently that regional championship in 2010. And, Brian Barber, I think because Danville's a little bit out of the, metropolitan area, they tend to get overlooked. But, there aren't many programs here in central Indiana that have been consistently winning over the last 20 years more than Danville has. And, Brian Barber he's really having a very quietly successful career. His overall record at Danville is 298 and 106 in 18 years. Overall, he's 337 and 130 in his 21st year overall. So, he's had a lot of success, and the one thing he hasn't done is gotten over the hump and gotten, past the regional yet. But, maybe this year or next year. Next year probably going to be even better because they this year they only lose from the starting lineup. Zach Callahan. They returned their other four starters, and really should be an outstanding team. Probably a top 10 team in this in their class next year. And meanwhile, on the other hand, on the other side, Cascade also has a long tenured head coach, Chris DuBois. Hasn't been around quite as long as Brian Barber, but is in his 13th year here with the Cadets. He has a record of 105 and 165. And, of course, obviously, his son, Dalton DuBois, the star player here for Cascade. And now they've set 8 minutes on the clock, and I think we're about to take a pause for the national anthem.
Yeah, we'll pause for a national anthem, then we'll have the starting lineups for you.
Yes.
All right, there you go, our national anthem, and let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's game. Leck, great hustle on your part to get down there. Great hustle.
Oh, thank you.
For the Danville
All right.
Warriors, the visitors, they'll wear the road red jerseys, gray letters and numbers. Number 2, Alec Burton, a junior, 6'6". Number 4, Austin Cowart, a junior, 6'2". Number 11 is Connor Jones, a sophomore, 6'3". Number 22, Zach Callahan, a senior, 6'4". And number 33 is Sam Comer, a freshman, 6'4". So Burton, Cowart, Jones, Callahan, and Comer tonight for the visiting Danville Warriors. For the Cascade Cadets, who will be the home team on the scoreboard tonight, they'll wear the white jerseys, dark letters and numbers, blue trim. Number 2, Jaden Hopper, a senior, number 2. Number 24, Alec Alderson, a senior, 5'10". Number 30, Ross Stevenson, a sophomore, 5'10". Number 34, Evan Birch, a senior, 6'2". And number 43, Dalton DuBois, a junior, 6'5". So Hopper, Alderson, Stevenson, Birch and DuBois tonight for the Danville Warriors. Again, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees coming to you tonight from the Cascade High School as the Cadets are set to take on the Danville Warriors. Cascade Cadets will move from left to right on your computer screen or radio dial, wherever you're tuning in from. Cascade Danville rather, from right to left.
Yeah, it looks like they're throwing T-shirts or towels or something out to the audience.
And it will be number...
Yeah, T-shirts, okay.
Number 43, DuBois, to tip it up for the Cadets against number 2, Alec Burton for the Danville Warriors. Lead, we invest a lot of trust in you tonight on the camera, so good luck.
I got it.
And there's the tip. It's up, it's underway, and it is controlled by the Danville Warriors. And number 4, Cowart with the ball up across the 10-second line. Flips it right side over to 33. That's Comer. Comer faces up. Now comes up top over to Callahan. Callahan comes all the way left side over to Cowart. Cowart with the ball. Now back up top. Around the horn it comes right side. Cascade in a tight man-to-man defense against the Danville Warriors. And Leck, they're doing a great job so far.
Oh.
Comer with it. Over to Cowart. Cowart with it. Pull-up jumper short off the rim. Birch grabs the rebound. And here come the Cadets running back the other way. Cowart with it over to DuBois. DuBois over to that's Hopper. He dragged the foot that time, Leck.
Yep. So disappointing first possession for Cascade. Still even 47 seconds into this game now. So Alex Cowart, the team is leading assister now. It's 7 a game. Pitches it in there to Connor Jones now.
Yeah, Jones with the ball, flips it up top. Now down inside to the big guy, Burton. Burton spins around, off the glass, no good. Loose ball tipped up out of bounds. You know, it's unusual. It'll be Cascade ball. It's unusual. Burton's a big guy. Where's number 2? That's unusual to see a low number like that.
Yeah, Moses Malone is an example. He was a center who wore number 2, at least for part of his career. But, yeah, in general, I think it's mainly the guards who wear that number. And now on the other end of the court, see, we've got Evan Birch, and he loses control of the ball, and we've got a whistle here.
Yeah, foul on the Danville Warriors. 6:45 left to play in the first quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, Lee Brees, and Shane Ray back in the Hendricks Power Cooperative Studios, bringing you Cascade versus Danville tonight on 98.9 WYRZ and AudioSportsOnline.com. DuBois with the ball left side, takes it in the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound on the right block, blocked away. Loose ball comes to Hopper. Hopper dribbles back out right side beyond the arc, and will restart the offense. Gives it off over to Alderson. Alderson takes it left side on the wing, now takes it all the way to the left baseline. Picks up the dribble, fires it up top to Hopper. Hopper between the circles, center of the floor, now takes the left side. Gives it off over to Birch. Birch with it, dribbling, picks up his dribble, trap, gets it left side over to Hopper. Hopper takes it to the foul line, little scoop shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Burton, and here come the Warriors back the other way. Cowart with it, center of the floor. Nearly traveled, now dribbles between the legs. Ball comes all the way over to the left side, over to Callahan. Callahan now back left side to Cowart. Cowart holds on the wing. Takes it in the lane. Scoop shot up, good. Count it, and the foul.
So Alex Cowart, definitely the most versatile player in this game. Like I said, He averages, he does very well in 4 categories: 10 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals a game. Now a chance to complete the 3-point play as he opens the scoring here in the game, a little over 2 minutes in.
Yeah, free throw on the way now. It's up, and it is good.
So 3-0 there in favor of Danville. This cross-county rivalry here on WYRZ.
Du Bois with the ball, left side over to Hopper. Hopper turns around, faces up. Lob into Du Bois, missed the alley-oop. Stevenson had the rebound, taken away by Burton, and now here comes Burton running the floor for the Warriors, left side. Burton skips it right side over to Cowart. Cowart dribbles between the legs, now flips it back over to Burton. Burton takes it all the way to the right block. Shot up, off the glass, and in for 2.
Yeah, Alec Burton, a starting wide receiver for the football team. Also very good forward/center for this basketball team as Danville opens up a 5-0 lead.
Pass into Birch. Got it to go for 2. Nice little backdoor cut by Birch, and it's a 5-2 ball game. Danville back the other way now. Cowart with it. Gives it off over to Comer. Comer dribbles on his way to the basket and is fouled.
Is Comer related to Brett Comer?
I don't think so. I think he's related to one of the many Comers in Danville. Luke Stevenson can tell us exactly who, but no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
There's in. Oh, he threw it off the back, and it's blocked by Du Bois as Connor Jones tried to throw it off the back of a Danville defender off the inbound. He was successful, but Du Bois blocked it away. Now, pass stolen away by Jones as Burke threw it away, so he redeems himself there. And it'll come left side over to Burton, and Burton traveled on his way to the basket.
I'll tell you, very often you see a lot of varsity teams, especially at smaller schools, that don't have a player over maybe 6'2" or so. So it's interesting that you got on the game tonight, you've got on one side for Cascade, you got Du Bois, who's 6'5", and then on the other side, Burton, who's 6'6", as well as Callahan, who's 6'4". So it's interesting to see, a couple of strong inside players like that matched up against each other. You don't see that a whole lot, especially with smaller schools.
Yeah, Hopper with the ball right side. Comes off over to Alderson. Alderson down inside to Du Bois. Has position. It's stripped away out of bounds. Last touched by the Warriors. 4:33 left to go in the first. 5-2. Leck?
Yeah, Du Bois, got 12 points last night. Several of them came late. He was really neutralized much early in the game, so they really need to get him off to a good start today because he's probably going to have a big game if they're going to win it. And there, Birch ties it with a 3. He has all 5 Cascade points. It's 5-5 here. 4:23 to go here in the first quarter at Clayton.
Yeah, nice shot that time by Birch from the right corner. Now Cascade, Danville with the ball as the ball come right side over to Jones. Jones dribbles behind the back, guarded closely by Hopper. And now it'll come back over to Cowart. Cowart with it now all the way right side. In the ball game, Toby Highland, number 13, a junior 5'11", for the Danville Warriors.
He's also a starting wide receiver from the football team, so definitely, we see a lot of two-sport athletes here at Danville.
Yeah, you had a chance to call that
yes.
Danville regional game. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, they lost to Austin Bowling's led Lawrenceburg team. And now it's rebound there by Stevenson. Gets it over to Birch.
Yeah, Birch has it for the Cadets. Chance to take their first lead of the ball game. We're tied at 5. Birch dribbles to the foul line. Skips it left side to Hopper. Hopper back up top to Stevenson. Stevenson dribbles all the way to the block. Goes up. Acrobatic shot. No good, but he drew the foul.
Nice job by Ross Stevenson. Like I said, other than the big 3 of Du Bois, Birch, and Alderson, Cascade does not have anybody averaging as many as 4 points a game, so it's good to see Stevenson with a chance to score early. It'd be good, if he could, contribute 6 or 8 tonight, that would, really be a big help.
First shot is up and good.
All right.
So Stevenson, he's not going to win any acrobatic points on that one, but it did draw the foul. And now we've got a 30-second timeout called by Danville. Want to thank our underwriters for tonight's broadcast who are making it possible for us, including Westside Plumbing and Propane Inc.
Well, so far, it's been a very tight game, and you got to give a lot of credit to Cascade, who they fell down by 5 early, and that's not a time to go into panic mode. But at the same time, it had Danville added a couple more to that lead, gotten up by 7, 9, 10 points. That could have really shaken Cascade's confidence early. As it is now, that they came back, they've got the lead now by 1, trying to make it 2 as Stevenson goes for his second free throw.
Chance to extend the lead to 2. Shot is up. It is good. And it's now a 7-5 ball game.
Stevenson only 5'10", but, he's a very, very strong player.
Connor Jones with the ball, comes left side over to Highland. Highland back to Jones, all the way left side. Now they'll skip it back over. And a little game of pass around the perimeter as Jones gets it down inside. Shot up by Cowart, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Highland, and he traveled with the ball.
So the momentum clearly shifting now in the favor of Cascade. They went down 5-0. Now they're up 7-5, and they have the ball. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter at Clayton. Big cross-county rivalry here.
Yeah, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees coming to you tonight from the Cascade High School, where the Cadets lead us 7-5 over the Danville Warriors. Pass down inside to Du Bois. Du Bois backs down to the defender. Left side, spin move. Shot up the glass in for two.
So Du Bois with his first points. It's a 9-0 Cascade run now.
Now around the horn it comes as the Danville Warriors now trying to get back in the swing of things. As you said, Leck, big run now, 9-0. And there's a three ball from Highland.
Boy, that needed that after giving up 9 points in a row, cutting the lead to 1 now. Cascade on top 9-8.
Yeah, Cascade had a 9-0 run going there, and Danville puts an interruption into that. Hopper with the ball to Alderson to Stevenson, right side. Looking down inside, now back up top over to Hopper. Hopper in the corner to Birch. Birch has it knocked away. There's a steal. It comes to Highland. Burton was the one who knocked it away. Highland runs the floor now, takes it all the way to the right side, goes up with a scoop shot, no good. Tipped up again, no good. Loose ball, put up and in for two by Zach Callahan.
Callahan with his first. And there, Danville goes back on top 10-9 now.
Yeah, 10-9 now, 2:05 left to go in the first quarter. Birch with the ball, center of the floor now, picks up the dribble, has it stolen away, and a jump ball is called as it's Birch. And
Cascade gets it.
Callahan, yeah, Cascade will have the possession. Callahan was on the lockup there for the Warriors.
Well, great game so far. Very competitive, very, very intense. And now inside to Birch there.
Birch up top. Alderson with the pump fake. Goes up. And
nice.
In for two. Alderson wanted a foul that time. Didn't get it. And it's an 11-10 lead for the Cadets.
Yeah, I've had about 4 lead changes already here in the first quarter.
Pretty evenly matched early on. There's a jumper from the right baseline up and in for two, as that was number
Callahan.
22, Callahan.
Yeah.
Alderson with the ball up across the 10-second line now. Take it all the way to the left side. Backing down is Du Bois. Du Bois, spin move, fadeaway jumper, up, off, high off the glass. Good shot that time by Dalton Du Bois, and that'll make it 13-12 in favor of the Cadets. Right side, jumper up, Callahan short, and Birch grabs the rebound, and he will draw the foul as he was trying to run back the other way, ran into a Cascade defender. And it's Burton, I think, is who they're going to get with the foul.
Yeah, they've traded baskets the last couple of times down courts, and so now Callahan missing there, and Cascade will have a chance to build back up on their lead. 13-12 here, 109 to go here in the first quarter at Clayton. Both teams playing for the second consecutive day. Cascade was here last night, losing 6. And now throwing down court to Birch. Thinks about a 3, then pulls back and hands over to
Hopper. Layup.
Got
good
it.
for two. He beat everybody around the end there. Somebody fell asleep and laid it in. Reverse layup, good for two. 15-12 now our score.
Yeah, all 5 Cascade scorers, all 5 Cascade starters have scored now here in the first quarter. They lead by 3.
Yeah, Cowart with the ball now, right side, as he'll give it off over to Connor Jones. Ball coming again to the right side. Jones flips it up top over to Cowart. Cowart high on the wing. 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter of action. It's a 3-point Cascade Cadet lead. And boy, they've really come on after trailing 5-0 early on.
Yeah, absolutely. They're on a 15-7 run now, and certainly getting a win tonight. Granted, they got 3 quarters to go. If they were to pull this off tonight, it would certainly be a great recovery from last night's loss to Edgewood. That 13-point loss.
Cowart with the ball. Picks up the dribble. There's a steal by Du Bois. Foot race to the basket. He will lay it
Got
in
it.
the foul. Great job by Dalton Du Bois, who came to play tonight. Lays it up. 3.9 seconds to go in the first quarter, and it's now a 17-12 ball game.
Well, like I said, they're probably going to need a big game out of Du Bois tonight. He only got 12 last night, and I think 5 of them came in the last couple of minutes or so when the game was pretty well out of reach. So it's great that he's getting off to this hot start tonight. 6 points, trying to make it 7 now. 3.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
And he gets the shooter's roll, falls down, so it's 18-12. Pass quickly ahead, nearly a steal there. It's caught by Jones.
No
and
shot.
A loose ball. Jones gets it off. It will not count, and it will not go anyway. 18-12 at the end of one. Hey, want to let everybody know that coming up January the 3rd, yes, it is the Hendricks County girls and boys basketball tournament, and we are going to have all the winners bracket games for you for the girls and the boys here on audiosportsonline.com and WYRZ 98.9. You can listen to all the games. We got games the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and the
7th.
7th.
Yeah, Tuesday through Saturday. If there's, we're going to be bringing you 2 games a day for 5 days.
Yeah, so we will start things on the 3rd, as at 6 o'clock it'll be the Cascade Lady Cadets taking on the Plainfield Lady Quakers, followed by the Danville Lady Warriors taking on Tri-West. Then on the 4th, it'll be at 6 o'clock Tri-West versus Brownsburg in boys action, followed by Avon versus Plainfield in boys action, a rematch of a game earlier this year. I know that Lee was at. And then it'll be winners bracket games from there. So should be very exciting.
So the Cascade boys got a bye then for the first round.
They did, yes. They will play let's see here. I believe they will play the winner of the Plainfield-Avon game, I believe.
Okay. Well, that's good. I look forward to that. And, we'll definitely all get our basketball fixed that week. So now, to start off, we've got Connor Jones bringing it up over to Austin Cowart. Brings it up to the top of the key. Back. I know we got a three-pointer there. No good off the back of the rim. Cowart gets the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds, though, to Danville. 7:44 to go here in the second quarter. Cascade on top of Danville, 18-12. The Cadets on an 18-7 run. Dalton DuBois caught on fire late in the quarter with 7 points.
That's Jones with it. Now gets it in the corner over to 22 Callahan. Now back up top to Jones. Around the horn, it comes over to Cowart. Cowart dribbles, puts the ball on the floor, flips it right side. There's a 3-ball from Jones. It's up. It's no good. Long rebound tracked down by Cowart at the top of the key. Dribbles between the legs. Now takes it all the way to the right side. Flips it off over to Jones again. Jones puts it up and in for 2.
Boy, do they need that one. They need to get some momentum back. So now 5 players for each team have scored. It's an 18-14 lead for Cascade. 7:10 to go here in the second quarter.
Alderson with the ball. Gives it off over to Compliment in the ball game, as well as Walker in the ball game for the first time. And now Alderson holding at the top of the key, and a foul on DuBois going the other way. Dylan Compliment, a junior, 5'11", as well as Benson Walker, a sophomore, 6'6", in the ball game for the Cadets.
Cowart now to inbounds to Jones. Jones, the sophomore, he's I believe the only sophomore starter in this game, already showing great promise, averaging 13.5 points a game coming in tonight.
Yeah, like you talked about this in the pregame, just one starter that's a senior,
right,
for the Warriors, so they're going to be good for at least the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah. They just lose, among the starters, they only lose Callahan.
Ball comes right side, now around the horn, all the way over to number 4, that's Cowart. Cowart now gets it off to Jones. Jones, little jump step, no good. Rebound Compliment, and here come the Cadets back the other way. Compliment with it, center of the floor. Now takes it all the way to the left side.
Yeah, DuBois tried to set a pick there. Now throws over to Birch.
Now DuBois got called with a foul away from the basket earlier. I think it was actually in the last possession, so he needs to be careful there. Hopper with it gets it down into DuBois. DuBois backs down, looking, spin move, fadeaway jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by the Warriors. Here comes Callahan. Callahan running the other way. And loose ball up top to Connor Jones. Jones with it. Restarts the offense, 18-14, 5:50 left to play in the first half. Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees coming to you tonight from Cascade High School. Pass down inside and a shot partially blocked, tipped up and in. I think that was 22 Callahan they're going to give it to in the ball game for the Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah, they will give it to Callahan. Number 20, Dylan Ware, a freshman, is in the ball game for Danville for the first time. And Chris DuBois going to spend a timeout with 5:25 left to play in the first half. 18-16, Cascade with the lead over Danville.
Yeah, certainly Cascade's cooled off here in the second quarter, and they want to protect their lead, make sure that they don't let it slip away here. I tell you, Du Bois, the last couple of nights, his shooting has been a little off. He's done well tonight, taking it strongly to the basket, and I think that's definitely where his game is, although he's certainly shown he can drill the three on occasion. But right now, they've got a 2-point lead here and are trying to get their momentum back and keep from having to play from behind like they did so much of last night, and where they just don't really have that much offensive firepower. When they're the kind of team, they play good defense, but when they get down by 10 or 12, it's with limited offensive options, it's really tough for them to come back. So now Du Bois with the ball there behind the 3-point line.
They'll come over to Alderson right side. Alderson with it, back up top to Birch. Birch will fire a three, top of the key. It's up, no good. Had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. And Tyler Hartman comes out of there with it, number 14. Hartman, a sophomore, 6'7", for the Danville Warriors. Around the horn it comes. Over to number 33, that's Comer. And Comer gets it over to Cowart, who lays it in and draws the foul.
So that ties it, and the free throw will put them up. So 6 in a row now for the for the Warriors.
Yeah, and you talked about it, Leck. Cascade really has an issue trying to play from behind. So we will see, if they can avoid that. If not,
so there's a lane violation.
So free throw will not count.
Yeah, it was no good, but it wouldn't have counted anyway because of the lane violation. So Cascade avoids going down. Now Birch will bring it up past midcourt. Now suddenly takes it, nice behind the back dribble, left-handed hook shot, puts it up, and he's fouled. Yeah. So Evan Birch will go to the line with a chance to put the Cadets back in front.
Yeah, one of the issues Cascade had last night, like for that game we did on Audio Sports Online, missed a lot of open looks at the basket, a lot of short shots.
Yeah, their shots just weren't falling for a lot of the game, and, as Birch hits the first one. But then, you put that up against Cooper Bybee, who really was on fire from outside, and then also the strong inside presence of Chayton Howard, and it was just too much for the Cadets to overcome there as Birch hits the second one.
So it's now 20-18, 4:50 left to play in the first half of action.
It's a couple of much-needed points there by Evan Birch.
Connor Jones with the ball, gets it off over to Toby Highland. Highland to Cowart. Cowart picks up the dribble, comes over to Connor Jones. Down inside, lays it up and in for two. That's Zach Callahan with the two.
Zach Callahan with the game-high 8 for the Warriors. And we're tied again, 4:25 to go here in the second quarter, 20-20 here at Clayton.
Now dribbling right side, flips it off over to Stevenson. Stevenson back up top to Hopper. Hopper in the lane, shot no good, out of bounds. And the ball will belong to the Danville Warriors.
Yeah, I suspect that Hopper was trying to draw. Hopper. I'm sorry. Hopper. I suspect he was trying to draw a foul there, but because his shot just looked awkward, like he was waiting for the contact. So now Highland there on top of the key.
Yeah, Highland with the ball, top of the key, dribbles right, left side, gives it off over to Cowart. Cowart dribbles between the legs at the foul line, picks up the dribble, comes right side. Now passing down in, kicking it back up top over to Highland. Highland picks up the dribble, gets it in to Hartman. Hartman get the dish and up and in for two, and that was Callahan.
Callahan.
Check that was Hartman. They gave the assist to Callahan that time. So it is now a 22-20 ball game as Hopper has it, comes over to Alderson. Alderson dribbles center of the floor from the top of the key back over to Hopper. Hopper dribbles all the way to the left wing. Now pass to Alderson at the foul line. Takes it in the lane, draws the foul, and I believe he's going to go to the line and shoot two.
So a couple of big free throws coming up for Alec Alderson. Interestingly, both teams have a starter named Alec, also the name of my nephew. So you got Alderson for Cascade and Burton for Danville.
So we'll see if Alderson can tie the game now for the Cadets. Shot is up. First one no good.
I wonder if they were named after Alec Baldwin. But anyway, now Alderson, after missing the first, hits
Second
the
one
second.
is good. Yeah, so 22-21 the score. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the first half of action. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees. Lee will join us at halftime. Danville with the ball, works it around the perimeter. Now left side. Cowart with it. Brings it right side over to Highland. Cross-court pass over to Hartman. Hartman gets it off over to Jones. Jones in the corner. 3-ball from Highland, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hartman. Hartman gets it inside to Jones, and Jones on his way to the basket. It will not go, but he draws the foul. And, oh, no, they're going to call an offensive foul.
It's a good break for Cascade. I'll tell you, Hartman has great size. He's only a sophomore already. He's 6'7". So he's another guy. After they lose Callahan, their leading rebounder, who's a senior this year, they're really going to be looking for Hartman to step up and be a dominating presence inside the next couple of years.
So the Cadets with the ball, now a chance to take the lead, 22-21. Birch with it, picks up the dribble, flips it off over to Hopper. Hopper on his way to the basket, lost the handle on it, out of bounds, and it will belong to the Danville Warriors. He wanted a foul that time.
Yeah,
right?
that's the second time I sensed that Hopper was trying to get the foul there. So now Danville with the ball, 1 point lead, 2:24 to go here in the first half.
Shot is up, and it's good.
Callahan draining the wide-open jumper, and now the Warriors go up by 3, their biggest lead since the first quarter.
Du Bois dribbles between the legs, off to Alderson, 24-21 the score. As the Cadets, oh, nice pass by Birch, but they're going to call it travel. Hit Alderson, Hopper coming through the lane, but they called the travel. First would have been 2 points.
Cascade needs a stop here.
Yeah, ball comes over to Highland. Now down into 22, that's Callahan. Callahan with it over to Cowart. Cowart. Right side over to Highland. Cascade's going to switch into a zone defense. There's a 3-ball. In and out, no good. Tipped up. And up and in for 2 by Callahan.
Callahan with a game-high 12, and there's another timeout by Cascade as they drop by 5. This is the first time that they've trailed by as many as 5 since the game started off 5-0.
Hey, don't forget, our next broadcast here on WYRZ 98.9 will be next Friday night, the 16th, as the Brownsburg Bulldogs play host to the Avon Orioles play host to the Brownsburg Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's right. It's another exciting all-Hendricks County matchup. Avon off to a good start at 2-1, Brownsburg at 3-1, so should have a great crowd out there at Avon. These two schools located just about 5 miles or so apart there on the east side of Hendricks County. So hope you all will tune in for that one, or better yet, be there in person and listen to the game listen to our commentary on your mobile device.
Yeah, don't forget, you can listen to WYRZ if you're listening and you got loved ones who would be interested outside the listening area. Live streaming at the website.
Yes.
WYRZ.org 24/7. Also, we're on the TuneIn radio app. Just search WYRZ. So and if you're a mobile device, smartphone user.
Yes, and our next Cascade broadcast will be the Lady Cadets right here at Clayton on Tuesday night playing against the Lady Bulldogs of Monrovia.
That'll be an audio sports online broadcast for those of you listening. We have to distinguish.
Oh, yes. I just thought I'd mention it since we got a Cascade game going.
That's why I'm glad you're here, Lex. Alderson with the ball, dribbles between the legs, takes it left side, underneath the basket, and draws a foul on his way to the basket. That's going to be the 8th team foul on the Warriors, which means it'll be free throws for Cascade.
And they definitely need those. They need to hit those. Definitely, this is one game where you really need to hit the free throws. They're down by 5 now. Of course, the last time they were down by 5, they went on a 9-0 run. So let's see if they do it again here as Alderson attempts his first one.
Shot is up. Shot is good. So with 1:17 left to play in the first half, it's now a 26-22 ball game.
Now Alderson puts it up.
And no good. Rebound pulled down by the Danville Warriors. Here comes the Warriors back the other way. Cowart with it, center of the floor. Now flips it up over number 10, Stephen Goop, a senior. as it'll come over to Cowart. Cowart with it, left side. Now the ball will come down left side over to Callahan near the block. Lost the handle on it. Ball knocked away. Picked up by the Danville Warriors. With 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Highland with it to Callahan, to Hartman, and into Cowart, and he'll draw the foul from behind.
Let's see who they give that on. I couldn't tell if it was on Hopper or on Du Bois. On Hopper, okay. That's good for Cascade. It wasn't on Du Bois. That's Hopper's first, by the way.
It's going to be a two-shot foul. First one up and good.
Cowart, a heck of a player. Yeah.
Second one good as well, and it's now 28-22.
Biggest lead of the game for the Warriors. Cascade, hard to believe, previously led by 6 earlier in this quarter now. It's a 12-point turnaround now.
Alderson with it, picks up the dribble, nowhere to go. Now there's a steal and a holding foul on Alderson as Callahan made the steal, foul by Alderson. That'll be the 6th foul on the Cadets, so it'll be free throws the rest of the way for the Danville Warriors as well.
16-4 run now by Danville. Cascade needs to get a stop here. They don't want to go down by 8 or 10 heading into the locker rooms. Already taken a couple of timeouts in this quarter, too.
Cascade trailing Danville 28-22. 20 seconds left to play in the first half of action, and it looks like the Warriors are content to play for the final shot as there's Highland dribbling at the top of the key, goes left side to Hartman. Hartman over to Callahan. Callahan takes a high screen, fires a three. It's no good. An air ball saved by the Warriors, throws it deep into the backcourt, and it'll run out the clock. So that'll do it for the first half of action, 28-22. Danville leads Cascade as we head into the locker room. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is an underwriter of Game Night in Hendricks County. They provide commercial and residential plumbing, heating, and air maintenance in Hendricks County and surrounding area. Their phone number is 317-445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. And Propane Inc. is located at 375 West Main in Brownsburg. They offer 24/7 all-weather live emergency service, as well as online and budget billing for commercial and residential locations. More information can be found by calling Propane Inc. at 317-852-8916. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees. Lex, we'll get to you in just a second. Lee, what did you think about the first half, bud?
Definitely a great trip down here to the Cascade High School. Never seen this team before. This is my first game this season, being able to check out the Danville Warriors as well. So far, very impressed. This has been a great matchup. These kind of matchups really what represent Hoosier hysteria in basketball in Indiana. I thought it was a great first half. Both teams fought hard. It felt like Danville had an edge the majority of the first half. Cascade was fighting, but it was really Danville turnovers that really resulted in a lot of Cascade success. Going to the second half, Cascade's got to find better ball movement and really have better ball control as well. Danville's just got to keep doing what they're doing and not make silly mistakes and make stupid decisions. Otherwise, though, great first half by both teams.
Leck, your thoughts?
Well, certainly it was a very competitive first half. But I think, like Luke said, that Danville seemed to have the edge. Cascade certainly did a great job hanging in there. They are a 2A team, whereas Danville's 3A. And remember, Cascade has only 3 players who average as many as 4 points a game, so they don't have a lot of good offensive options. But, Cascade certainly are in this game, down by 6. They were down by 5 earlier, went on a 9-0 run, so they certainly have a chance to pull it out. But they're going to have to they're going to have to make good shot selections. I mean, this happened last night as well. They're too often settling for three-pointers and long jump shots when they should be taking it in. It's a little bit harder to do against Danville than it is against some of their other opponents this season. But they really need to, Du Bois. I mean, Du Bois was a strong inside presence in the first quarter with 7 points, and he was completely shut out in the second quarter. They're going to need big things for him in the second half if they're going to come back and win this game probably.
Hey, Lee mentioned Hoosier hysteria. And speaking of Hoosier hysteria, Monday night, 7 o'clock on Central Indiana Today, we are going to chat with Chris May, the executive director of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. And it's part of, I was invited out to Henry County on Friday to tour Henry County and talk with some of the folks. They've got some really interesting things going on out there related to economic development and growing and really trying to revitalize that area that was so hard hit by the automobile shutdown, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And so it really was a fun trip out there, and Chris May going to be our featured guest on Monday night, 7 o'clock. Chris May, the executive director of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, my guest on Central Indiana today. All right, 28-22 our score, and we want to remind everybody you're listening to WYRZ LP Brownsburg, Indiana, here on 98.9. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us. Lee Brees, Lex Zorn with me tonight. We're the Cascade Cadets. Trail the Danville Warriors 28-22. Lee, what do you think Cascade's got to do in the second half?
Yeah, they came out fighting at the beginning. It was really great to they really got mentally set for the game. They knew exactly what they had to do, and they really tried in the first half. Second half's really going to require that same effort plus a little bit more to take on the hustle and the effort by the Danville Warriors. Otherwise, Cascade has really been able to find their set on offense, really been able to play some defense. Danville's really had their number in terms of scoring on offense, but Cascade's really got to be able to move with them, hustle with them, run toe-to-toe with them, go to the loose balls. And a close game like this, it really takes the extra effort if you want to find a way to pull ahead. And towards the end of that first half, Danville was sort of starting to find their stride. If Cascade wants to pull ahead in the second half, they're going to have to do the same.
Leck, thoughts?
Yeah, I think Luke, for an intern, he's doing pretty good. He's taking a lot of words right out of my mouth. But, yeah, Cascade, they are like a lot of smaller schools. They don't have a whole lot of options. They're not real deep. But I think they're going to, like I said, good shot selection is going to be a key. They're going to have to make some stops on defense and try to deny the ball to some of the tall players that Danville has, such as Burton, who's 6'6", and Callahan, who's 6'4". And meanwhile, they're going to have to work to some easy shots, in themselves, especially, Du Bois has got to get back to doing what he was doing there in the first half when he started taking it to the hoop rather than settling for the outside jumper. And that was probably the biggest key in giving Cascade that lead at the end of the first quarter. But anyway, let's look at individual scoring. First of all, for Danville, Dalton Du Bois has 7 points. Evan Birch also has 7, followed by Alec Alderson with 4, Ross Stevenson with 2, and Jaden Hopper with 2. Meanwhile, for Danville, Zach Callahan leads all scorers with 12, followed by Austin Cowart with 7, Toby Highland with 3, Alec Burton with 2, Connor Jones with 2, and Tyler Hartman with 2. So 6 players have scored for Danville and 5 for Cascade. So now we have 4:08 to go here in the half, and let's look and see what's up next for these teams. Cascade's next game will be next Friday at Owen Valley, and then they return home a week from Tuesday, December 20th, to play Greencastle here at Clayton. We're going to be bringing you that one live here on Audio Sports Online. Meanwhile, Danville from here will go to next Friday. They're going to be up at Lebanon to play the Tigers, of course, alma mater of the legendary Rick Mount. And then the next night they return home here in Hendricks County to play another cross-county matchup against the Plainfield Quakers. And then they'll be out of action until December 27th when they will be playing in the Jeffersonville tournament down there in southern Indiana. Jeffersonville is the alma mater of my nephew Alec. He was a swimmer for the Red Devils. And meanwhile, our next Audio Sports Online broadcast will be Tuesday night at 7:30 when the Cascade Lady Cadets will challenge the Monrovia Lady Bulldogs. Should be a great game. The Cascade Lady Cadets coming off a huge 46-22 win last night over Edgewood in the first half of that boys-girls doubleheader. Lady Cadets are ranked number 5 currently in Class 2A, looking for their first sectional championship in a decade, and possibly their first regional ever. So they got a great program they have a great program going under second-year head coach David Carpenter. So now both teams are out warming up here for the second half with 2:22 on the halftime clock. And, I'm into Casey Kasem-style trivia. It occurred to me when I was here for the JV game, I was looking at the uniforms of Cascade, and I was thinking, I don't know what you call their shade of blue. So I actually looked up on the IHSAA official list of all the teams and the school colors, and it said that it's Columbia blue, which I'd never even heard that phrase before. So now I know the correct term for the shade of blue that's on Cascade's uniforms. And
there you go.
Yeah. So anyway, just like, when we did our first broadcast a few weeks ago, I mentioned the origin of the Cascade name, which I had always been curious about, being that, Indiana is not the first state you would expect to have a Cascade high school. So anyway, now, so we got 1:26 on the halftime clock. And I'll tell you, it's been, this is the fourth consecutive game we've had the pleasure of being joined by the Cascade Cadet Pep Band. The first few games, they just played records over the PA, so.
Yeah, if you're just joining us tonight, Rob Kendall, along with Lex Zorn, Lee Brees. We've still got a minute here at halftime where the Danville Warriors lead the Cascade Cadets 28-22. Cascade and Danville back at their respective benches as we're just about ready to begin the second half. Cascade, the home team on the scoreboard tonight, wearing the home white jerseys, black letters and numbers. And the Danville Warriors, the visitors, road red jerseys, gray letters and numbers. And really back and forth affair we had in the first half. Both teams had leads. Both teams had sizable leads. And now it's a 6-point advantage for the Danville Warriors, as I believe Cascade will have the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, Danville already coming out to take the floor, whereas Cascade taking some final instructions from Coach Du Bois. And I'll tell you, Rob, it's been such a pleasure coming out to Clayton for all these games this year. The fine staff here at Cascade's really rolled out the red carpet for us. And it's been such a pleasure. And then the fans have been so great, too, both in quality and quantity. So it's great to see that, we've had good road attendance for all the games we've done so far. The road team's always had a nice contingency here. So now, to start off, we've got Hopper inbounding there to Alderson.
Yeah, Cascade will move from right to left on your computer screen or radio dial. Backdoor pass to Birch. Birch
man.
Handle on it, gets it, spins out, back into Alderson. Alderson, he traveled, and they'll finally call it. Hey, he got away with one travel, and it was the second one that got him.
Yep. Yeah, well, they often say the referee often sees the second punch in a fight, but, this time it was the second travel that he saw, but both travels were by the same guy, unfortunately.
So Highland in the ball game now to start the second half. He did not start the contest. Gets it down into Burton. Burton goes up hard. Shot missed. Tipped up again. Loose ball. Burton will save it in the corner, right side. Man, and he is a big dude. Ball comes left side to Highland. Highland fires a three, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Hopper, and here comes Cascade running back the other way. Birch with it on the left side over to Du Bois. Du Bois looks down inside, comes back up top to Birch. Birch high on the left wing, now dribbles center of the floor.
A nice pick attempt there by Hopper. So now Birch drives, then pitches it off to Stevenson, puts it up off the glass, no good. And we got a, looks like that, was it?
Yeah, Stevenson missed the shot.
Yeah, it looks like
rebound.
Jones took a shot in the jaw there, but he seems to be okay.
Yeah, Jones grabbed the rebound. Stevenson hit him. Actually, it was one motion, missed the shot, and committed the foul at the same time.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be intentional.
Jones will have the ball now. He'll walk it up across the 10-second line. Center of the floor. Takes it all the way to the right side. Off over to Highland. Highland down inside, and a whistle and a foul is called on the Cadets. That'll be the second team foul already on Cascade.
College basketball action. Butler has beaten Cincinnati 75-65, so glad to see the Bulldogs off to a great start, ranked in the top 20.
I think IU got a win earlier today as well.
Yeah, over some school, it says HBU, whoever that is, I have no idea.
It was Houston something.
Oh, Houston Baptist, yeah.
Now, next week, I think, is Butler and IU.
Yeah, that should be a real barn burner. IU's recovered nicely from that loss to IUPUFW a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, there's the inbound over to Jones. Jones flips it over right side over to Cowart. Cowart, center of the floor, left side. Ball on the floor now back up top. Around the horn it'll come all the way to the right side. That's Highland with it. Highland on the baseline. Tied up, jump ball. No travel. They're going to call travel first.
So big break for the Cadets. They, didn't want to go down by 8 or 9. Now they have a chance to cut it to 3 or 4 here on this possession.
Yeah, 28-22, which is right where we started the second half of play. No scoring here in the second half so far. Alderson dribbles down into the left corner, picks up the dribble, comes over to Du Bois. Du Bois, and a whistle and an offensive foul.
Highland seems to have gotten hit in the face.
Yeah, the Cascade fans aren't real happy about that. But looks like he took a pretty good elbow there to the face, and we'll hope he's okay. As Highland being checked out by the training staff.
I couldn't tell, from my vantage point exactly what happened. At first it looked like he was holding his nose, but now he is standing up on his own power. It looks like he's gonna. I think he's gonna go sit down, and now coming.
Is walking off on his own power, though, which is always a good thing.
So Sam Comer coming into the game for Danville. He's a 6'4" freshman. Boy, if he grows a few more inches, he's going to be, going to be really big for this program. Danville has a lot of size in their lineup, even without him. So, also with, Hartman at 6'7", if those guys grow a few more inches, they could be the Twin Towers in a couple of years.
Yeah, Cowart has it on the right side. Looking down inside, nowhere to go with it to Comer, to Burton. Burton up top to Cowart. Cowart skips it up top. There's a 3-ball from Jones. No good. Rebound tracked down by Du Bois. Gets it ahead to Birch. Birch runs the floor, takes it all the way to the right side. Now all the way to the right block. Goes up. Couldn't get it to go, but drew the foul.
Good move there by Birch to the basket, yeah. I'll tell you, we've had a lot of height this year. We had, last Saturday with Brown County, we had Josh Cochran, the 6'10" center. So definitely, it's some real tall players coming here to Clayton this year as Birch goes for the free throw, and he hit it. Boy, did they need that one.
First points of the second half for either team.
Yeah.
Almost 2 minutes in.
So Birch now with 8 points to lead the Cadets. Du Bois has 7, but all of them came in the first quarter.
Shot is up. It's good. Want to congratulate Lee Brees doing an outstanding job on the camera for us tonight on the Audio Sports Online side of things. I told Shane, I said, we got to get the intern in here. And he's done a great job since we brought him in this summer. He's done an outstanding job.
Yes, yes.
Now, Lee was probably, we'll get to Lee. Let's ask Lee here. Navy and Army today. You're a Navy guy, right?
Yes, sir.
What did you think? It was not good for the Navy.
As a Naval Academy hopeful, I'll say I was kind of disappointed with the result. Army kind of had their way the whole game. Navy tried to pull up at the end, but of course their starting quarterback was injured. But every Navy has a great streak, but Army and Navy is always a good game every year, no matter what the circumstances are in each program.
Yeah, there's a travel now on the Warriors, so it'll give it back to the Cadets. They're down 28-24. Yeah, Lee's hopefully going to end up in the Naval Academy. And,
that'd be great, yeah.
It's
Yeah, I always love watching.
Go ahead, Lee. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
I was going to say, for those who are curious, the final score of that game was 21 Army, 17 Navy. So
now there's a steal by Burton. Burton takes it to the hole, got it, hoop, and the harm.
Boy, just when, Cascade had a chance to make it a one-possession lead. Now, Burton, if he completes this three-point play, it'll be a three-possession lead again. 5:22 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Cadets now find themselves down by 6 points. And we will see what if Burton can wrap up the three-point play here. Shot is up, off the rim, no good. Rebound out of there by Du Bois. Here come the Cadets now back the other way. Chance for them hopefully to draw into the lead here. As Hopper has it, high on the wing, looking, comes over to Compliment, puts it on the floor, now backs up, now nearly has it stolen, tracks it down at the second line. They're going to pick up a foul on Cowart.
Yeah, he's getting a little too aggressive on defense, trying to stick the dagger in. But now, let's see, that'll be the second team foul against the Warriors, and that's the second foul in the game against Cowart. So now inbounds to Compliment here.
Pass that inside to Du Bois. Du Bois give to Hopper. Hopper missed the wide open layup.
Yeah, just put a little too much on it.
Yeah, here come the Warriors running back the other way. And there's a shot up. No good. Foul, I think, the other way. Now, I notice that's not Brian Barber down there on the sidelines tonight doing a lot of the coaching.
So now Evan Birch brings it up for the Cadets, trailing by 6, 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. They led for a lot of the first half before falling down in a 16-4 run. Now, nice move there by Birch. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. So Evan Birch, the first double-figure scorer for Cascade now. He has 11, and the lead's now down to 4. However, Callahan answers right back and puts the lead back up to 6. Zach Callahan with a game-high 14 for Danville.
Yeah, Burton into Callahan that time for 2, and Danville going to spend a 30-second timeout with 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's 32-26. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees coming your way tonight from Cascade High School as the Cadets trailed the Danville Warriors by a score of 32-26.
Well, certainly, Cascade still with a chance to win this one. So far here in the third quarter, the margin is an even 4-4. But, so far, Du Bois, I was really hoping that by now Du Bois should have taken a couple of, shots from down low, but he just, hasn't done it yet. Last time, they gave it to him inside rather than posting up and trying to lay it in. He threw it to a streaking Hopper who just put too much on it, and Danville ended up getting the rebound.
Full court press. Gets it across the 10-second line over to Compliment. Compliment picks up his dribble on the wing over to Birch. Birch dribbles right side. Picks it up. Now will fire a 3. It's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Burton, and he will hold up and let his teammates catch up as he fires it ahead to Cowart.
Yeah, nearly collided with one of the officials, too.
And hard to the hole. Up and in for 2. That was Jones. And Jones makes it a 34-26 ball game. Now nearly a steal. Cowart knocks it away. Hopper able to track it back down. Better hurry up. Go get it across the 10-second line. Compliment. Nope. Now they're going to call a timeout. Cascade will spend a timeout. And Chris Du Bois is not happy as with 3:49 left to play in the third quarter.
Well, after that 4-1 start, you would certainly hope that Cascade would get back on track tonight, since rather than lose 2 consecutive games on back-to-back nights. But at the same time, these are both games against Class 3A teams, whereas Cascade is 2A. So it's not a situation where they're just folding and collapsing. They are playing against good teams. Now, there are things that they've done in both of these games last night and tonight that they could be doing better, that they're going to need to work on in practice. But still, taking a glass-half-full approach, this is a team that has made great strides after having 4 consecutive losing seasons, and it looks like they are going to get over that hump and have another winning season this year. And a very good chance they're going to be even better next year with Du Bois being a senior.
So thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com as well as 98.9 WIRZ. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees. And let's see if the Cadets can get back into the swing of things here. Great early start to the third quarter here by the Warriors, who have extended the lead now to 8 points.
Now Birch has it. They throw it to him in the backcourt. Brings it. He passes over to Hopper, then back to Birch. Now over to Compliment, inside to Du Bois. Takes it to the basket and gets it. That's what he needs to do a lot more of. He has 9 now, and the lead cuts to 6 now. 3:33 to go, third quarter.
And Du Bois, nice job that time inside for 2, and that'll make it a 6-point game, as you said, Leck, at 34-28. Ball comes around the horn over to Jones. Jones kips it across to Highland. Highland right side. Faces up, skips it in the corner. Little pump fake, and that's going to be a travel as dragging the pivot foot on his way to the basket was Callahan.
Yeah, so Danville's turned it over a couple of times here in this quarter. So, those are the kind of breaks that Cascade's got to capitalize on. As Du Bois now about to inbounds the ball.
Yeah, Du Bois will throw it in. Gets it in to Compliment. Compliment ahead to Birch left side. Birch breaks the 10-second line. Dribbles into the lane, and a palming call on Birch. So,
now 2 palming calls here in the third quarter, 1 on each team. Man, every time Cascade threatens to cut into it, they have another bad break.
So Cadets with the turnover, and Danville has it. They have the lead and the ball with 3 minutes and 1 second left to go in the third quarter of action. Danville with the ball down inside to Burton. Burton takes it in the lane. He'll go up and whistle and will draw the foul. And I believe that's going to be a 2-shot foul. We'll see. It is. And that will also be the 6th team foul on the Cadets, which means it's free throws the rest of the way for the Danville Warriors.
So Alec Burton now at the line. Hit it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it'd been a pretty quick game so far, but get ready for the slow drag now as Danville will have free throws for the next 10 minutes and 53 seconds in this one.
So Burton hits them both. He has 6 now.
Lead extends back to 8 at 36-28. Pass ahead, Birch in the backcourt to Du Bois. Du Bois gets it ahead. And
oh, boy, yeah, that was just a desperation throw by Du Bois. He was trying to find Benson Walker, but, just as thrown in desperation, it was over Walker's head.
Yeah, so it'll now be 36-28.
This game threatening to slip away from Cascade now. They're not out of it, but they need to get something going.
Ball comes left side over to Highland. Highland turn around to Burton. Burton along 2, no good. Rebound track down. And here come the Cadets running back the other way. Alderson with it, dribbles all the way down to the left block, gets it into a wide open Walker, who lays it up and in for 2. Walker with the deuce, and that'll make it a 36-30 ball game. Lead now cut to 6, and Danville will try to respond on offense. Jones dribbling high on the left wing. Gets it off right side to Highland, back to Jones. Jones back to Highland. Highland with it over to Burton. Burton back up top to Highland. Highland all the way left side over to Jones. Jones, nowhere to go with it. Back to Highland, plays a game of pass. Now comes left side to Callahan. Callahan in the left corner, slips it up top to Highland, to Burton at the foul line, takes it hard to the hole. Acrobatic layup is good for 2.
So Alec Burton with 8, and the Warriors lead by 8.
Yeah, as you said, the lead extends back to 8 now, and a whistle and a foul heading up the sideline on the Warriors.
So things starting to look bleak for Cascade. They're not out of it yet, but definitely their margin for error is closing in on them.
Cascade will throw it in. There's Birch, gets it into Alderson in the backcourt. Alderson dribbles between the legs, walks it up across the 10-second line. Takes it all the way to the left side over to Du Bois. Du Bois faces up, gets it up top over to Compliment to Birch down into Du Bois, backing down the defender in the lane. Little jumper up, no good with the right hand, but he draws the foul and will head to the free throw line.
So he hits Du Bois hits the first one. He's now into double figures. And he hits the second, so he hits them both. So 11 points now for Dalton Du Bois, tied with Birch for the team lead. He scored 12 last night. They're now 6-point lead for Danville with a little over a minute to go in the third quarter. They're probably going to need a huge fourth quarter from Du Bois if they're going to come back and win this one. So now
Burton with it up top to Highland. Highland fires the 3. Long 3 from Highland. That's an NBA range 3 that time, Leck.
Yeah, that's close to being a dagger. 9-point lead now for Danville in the last minute of the third quarter. Every time Cascade, and now
ball knocked away as the errant pass by the Cadets. Pass comes into Cowart. Cowart from the right block. Off the glass, no good. Tipped up, no good. Loose ball comes to Cowart. Cowart lost the handle on it. Ahead to Alderson. Alderson pushing ahead. Gets it to Birch. Birch with the right hand up
yes,
for 2.
That's what they needed.
Now pass back the other way. And a wide open Burton underneath the basket. Goes up. Got it. And the foul. Nobody back for Cascade. And unfortunately for them, fortunately for Danville, Burton was right under the basket.
Yeah, it's just another there have been a couple of times now where Cascade got an important field goal, and then they just and then Danville scored. It seemed like in about 4 or 5 seconds, from short range on the other end. They're just doing a great job getting their offense down in a hurry as Burton completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, I got the 3 to go.
10-point lead now. Game that's the biggest margin of lead in this game.
And here we go, up across the 10-second line. Dribbling is Birch, high on the left wing. 10 seconds to go now. Birch with the ball. Takes it all the way to the right side, pulls up, a long three, it's blocked, and they're going to call a foul. It was blocked, but there was contact by Callahan. And so with 3.4 seconds left and Cascade down by 10, a chance for Birch to cut into the lead.
Boy, if he hits all three of those, that'll be very big for Cascade. Really, you just have to hit almost all your free throws the rest of the way as he hits the first.
Yeah, nice shot by Birch that time. And that would be very big if they could get 3 freebies here. We'll see.
Birch with the team-high 14. Actually, that's tied for a game-high 14 with Callahan.
Got the second.
Yeah, it's perfect, too. And barely even grazed the inside of the net.
Yeah, nothing but net. And we'll see if Birch can get a third free throw here.
Yep. Got it.
It's up and good. Pass, nearly stolen. Now a 3-ball on the way, and it's up and it's no good. And so we will head to the fourth quarter as the Cadets now trail the Danville Warriors 44-37. Thanks for joining us tonight here on 98.9 WYRZ, as well as AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall, along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees, as we come to you from the Cascade High School. Don't forget, coming up tonight, 10 o'clock, 70s Dance Party with Nicole, special time, as we had to bump her due to high school basketball. So we appreciate Nicole being so wonderful and accommodating. Thank you, Nicole. That's coming up tonight at 10 o'clock.
So 70s Dance Party, is that, I assume that's like a disco thing?
It's a lot of disco music. It's It's music to make you get up and dance.
Yeah,
It is what it says it is.
Yeah, that was when I was first becoming conscious of pop music when I was a kid in the late 70s. That was what was happening. So, I remember the glory days of the Bee Gees and the Village People and, Chic and all those classics.
Nicole will play a lot of hot chocolate for you. She loves hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So, 70s Dance Party with Nicole usually can be heard at 7 o'clock on Saturday nights. But due to us, you can hear her tonight at 10.
Yes. So now, why are they doing a clock? Why is the clock on the scoreboard running? Now it runs back to 0, so I guess they're going to reset it to 8 now.
I believe they're doing an event for Riley Hospital tonight.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. I just got too consumed in talking about all those great disco classics.
So Danville will have the ball as we enter the fourth quarter, moving from left to right on your computer screen. And Radio Dow, wherever you're tuned in from, they've got a 7-point lead over the Cascade Cadets. And Callahan to the hole and lays it in for 2. Nice job knifing down the middle of the court that time.
So now, Cascade down by 9.
Birch with the ball across the 10-second line, dribbles to the foul line. Comes up top to Du Bois. Du Bois, he'll fire a long 3. It's good! Dalton Du Bois for 3. And that'll cut the lead to 6.
It's still manageable. As Du Bois has 14, he's eclipsed the 12 he got last night.
Here comes Coward across the 10-second line. Over to Highland in the corner to Coward. To Coward. To Burton to Highland. Highland to Burton to Coward. Right side. There's a 3-ball. Long 3, no good from
Birch got the rebound.
Coupe. Actually, I believe it's pronounced Coop.
So now Birch takes it to the basket himself, and we got a whistle here.
A foul on the way to the basket. That'll be the 16th foul in the ball game for Cascade. First time we've said his name tonight, Chase Edwards, number 33. He's a senior, 6'2".
So now several substitutions. Alderson's back in the game. Complement is sitting down for Cascade.
I believe Cascade's back to the original starting 5 for them tonight.
I believe you are right.
Gets the ball in, knocked away out of bounds, off Burton.
Yep. So 6:57 to go here at Clayton. Barn burner of a finish coming up in this cross-county rivalry. Danville leading Cascade 46-40 here on WYRZ 98.9 FM.
Quick inbound to Hopper. Hopper high on the wing, now dribbles back right side. Flips it off over to Birch. Birch dribbles to the foul line, turnaround jumper, off the back of the rim, no good. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. Now here come the Warriors running back the other way. Across the timeline, Callahan, right side. Now left over to Burton. Burton up top to Cowart. Cowart dribbles on the wing. He'll fire a 3. It's short and pulled out of there by
Du Bois.
Du Bois, yeah. Alderson with it. Across the 10-second line. Dribbles left side. over to Hopper. Hopper to Du Bois. Du Bois puts it on the floor. Spin move in the lane. Goes up with it. No good. Draws the foul.
Du Bois now with a chance to cut it to 4. 6:14 to go here in the fourth quarter.
So as you said, Leck, chance to get this thing within 4. Give the Cadets credit. They are within striking distance.
Yeah, they've still, and now we got a timeout here.
Yeah, full timeout going to be called. Go ahead, Leck.
I'm not sure which team it is, but anyway, so Cascade, they haven't played real well here in the second half, but they've made enough big plays to hang in there, and if they just can cut down on middle mistakes the rest of the season, they're going to win a lot of games. And keep in mind that for both the boys as well as for the girls, the girls games. Actually, all of the games that they've lost so far have been to higher class teams. So these are teams they're losing by and large to teams that are better than the teams who we're going to be playing in the postseason. So don't necessarily get too concerned if there's a 5 or 10 point loss to a higher class team, because both of these teams, the boys and the girls with Cascade, are going to have a very good shot to make a good tournament run. And of course, Danville. Obviously, they're always a threat to win the sectional every year. They've won 10 of them so far, including 5 in the last 11 years. And they certainly look like this is going to be no exception. Like I said, probably better next year when they return 4 of their 5 starters. And a couple of the younger guys like Hartman, the 6'7" sophomore, and Comer, the 6'4" freshman, are going to be, not only a year older, but probably, a couple inches taller or so. As now Du Bois on the free throw.
Missed it, and that's a big miss.
Yeah, can still cut it to 5 if he hits this next one.
Again, don't forget our next broadcast of high school basketball as Du Bois misses.
Oh no, that's very bad.
Will be the 16th of December. It's next Friday night as Avon hosts Brownsburg here on 98.9 WYRZ.
Yeah, amazingly, after 5 years of sports commentary here in Hendricks County, this will be the first time I've commentated a basketball game at Avon. So. Looking forward to that experience.
Yep, should be a great time. On the wing, Highland over to Cowart. Cowart turns around, faces up. Now pass the other side, knocked away by Alderson, and they were trying to get Callahan down there under the block.
Well, if you're a Cascade fan, this is one time when you wish they had a shot clock here in Indiana high school basketball, because Danville, they can milk the clock as much as they want.
5:45 left to go. Callahan puts it on the floor. Reverse layup is good. Nice move that time by Callahan underneath the basket.
Callahan a game-high 18, and that's an 8-point lead now for Danville. 5:33 to go.
Alderson dribbles all the way to the right side. Flips it off over to Hopper. Hopper up top to Alderson. To Birch. Birch with it, dribbles out of trouble, gives it over to Alderson. Alderson between the legs. Danville back in a man-to-man defense. And now nearly a steal and a loose ball and a foul. And I think that's going to be on Cascade, and that will put the Warriors back at the free throw line. 18 foul on the Cadets.
It's going to be on Birch. That's his third, team 8th. So now Cowart, the most versatile player on the team. Not a huge scorer, but he does a little bit of everything. He has 7 tonight, averages 10 on the season. And he hits that one. Leads back up to 9.
Good.
So Danville trying to get the double-digit lead back, and they got it. 50-40 now, 5:13 to go. Cascade now feels this game slipping away.
Alderson with it across the 10-second line. Dribbles all the way to the right side. Picks up his dribble. Looks. Gives it off to Du Bois. Du Bois over to Hopper. Hopper dribbles right side. Takes the bump. And a foul. And let's see what the call is. Are they going to get an offensive foul? I think they are.
Boy, I'll tell you got to give Danville all the credit in the world, though. They are really playing tough defense tonight. Really smothering man-to-man.
50-40 is our score. Danville on the high side of the numbers as they lead the Cascade Cadets.
Yes.
Burton with the ball, gets it up top to Jones. Jones left side, tried to alley-oop, hit the backboard, ended up back in his own hands, and now whistling a travel. That was an odd play. Tried an alley-oop. It hit the backboard.
Yeah, to the side, yeah.
Yeah, it came back to him and ended up back in his own hands, but he traveled with the ball.
So now Hopper inbounding to Alderson. Alderson brings it up past midcourt.
Center of the floor, gives it off to Du Bois. Du Bois turns around and faces up. Looking down inside, now gives it off over to Birch. Birch turns around, dribbling high on the left wing. Picks up the dribble, nowhere to go with the ball. Gets it off over to Du Bois. Du Bois back to Hopper. Hopper off to Alderson. Alderson gives it to Du Bois. Du Bois turns around, faces up, gives it off over to Hopper. Hopper to Alderson. Alderson, right side, nowhere to go. Back to Hopper. Hopper dribbles all the way to the right block. Goes up, off the glass, no good. Loose ball tipped up, pulled out of there by Coward, and now a foul called on Cascade. So the Cadets having some good looks, but unable to convert thus far.
I'll tell you, I really, applaud the job that Danville's doing in containing Dalton Du Bois. They're really not giving him opportunities to get inside with the basketball.
Now we're going to get a full timeout called by the Cadets. Yeah, it is. Hey, so let's thank our underwriters for tonight's broadcast here on 98.9 WYRZ. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning, maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 317-445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. And Propane Inc. is located at 375 West Main in Brownsburg. They offer 24/7 all-weather live emergency service, as well as online and budget billing for commercial and residential locations. More information can be found by calling Propane Inc. at 317-852-8916. Back from the Cascade High School, Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees. Bringing you tonight's broadcast as the Cadets trail the visiting Danville Warriors 50-40. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in the game.
You referred to it as the Cascade High School. The only school I know of in the world that actually starts with "the" for its name is The Ohio State University.
Wouldn't be a bad one to follow.
Yeah. Yep.
And again, don't forget, we'll be back with you next Friday as Avon hosts Brownsburg. And then beginning January the 3rd, we've got the Hendricks County basketball girls and boys action. 5 straight days of high school basketball. It'll be 10 games in 5 days of winner's bracket action.
Do you think we'll have voices left after that one's over?
I was struggling last year. I was on the struggle bus, no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, I'll be there, so hopefully I'll take some of the burden off. So anyway, now a nice move to the basket there and a chance for a three-point play there by Alderson.
Yeah, Alderson got it to go, drew the foul. And that'll make it 51-42, 3:59 left to play in the contest.
Yeah, Cowart, we got sidetracked, but yeah, Cowart, he hit 1 of 2 on the last trip down the floor on the line. So now Alderson trying to cut it to 8. Got it.
And he did get it to go. Nice conversion that time. That's a big one.
So now just under 4 minutes to make up 8 points for Cascade here on their home court.
Comer head to Burton, back to Comer left side, right side over to Cowart, very high up on the right wing. Cascade playing tight defense now as they're in a man-to-man. Cowart dribbles past the defender, now steps back out up top. Lead is 8, and ball control on the mind of the Danville Warriors here. Backs it down into Burton. Burton going 1-on-1 with Du Bois. Spin move and a whistle and a foul as they're going to get Du Bois putting an elbow into Burton, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Danville Warriors.
So Alec Burton, who's had a quiet first half, to come alive in the second half. He scored most of his points. He has 11 now. Tries to push the lead back to double digits. He misses the first one.
Yeah, in and out, no good. It was down the well, but a little firm and came out, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
They don't give you close points here. One more on the way now. Shot is up. It is no good. And Du Bois gets creamed. No call as Du Bois and Callahan ran into each other. No call. They let it go. Cascade comes away with the basketball.
It's a break that Cascade needed. Now let's see if they capitalize on it.
Alderson into Stevenson, and a whistle and a travel.
Oh, man.
Great pass by Alderson to Ross Stevenson. Stevenson, I don't think, was ready for the ball.
Yeah, and that's really the story of this game. Cascade is just, Danville should have been a slight favorite in this game, but Cascade has just, made too many mental mistakes. They've committed too many turnovers when they had a chance to cut into the lead, and that's really been the main difference in this game.
Cowart with the ball high on the left wing. Dribbles. Takes it all the way to the left side. Comes in the corner. And it's kicked by Birch.
Nice effort by Birch. I mean, it's worth a shot at this stage in the game.
Long inbound. Now takes it all the way to the left side. And a little scoop shot by Highland, no good. Du Bois grabs the rebound. Here comes Alderson running back the other way. Takes it all the way near the basket and drew a foul as he was on his way to the right block.
Yeah, there was a heck of a lot of contact there on Alderson by Highland. It was a very easy call.
It'll be 1-1. Alderson back to the free throw line. That's the 19th foul on the Warriors, so it'll be double bonus for Cascade. The final 2:31, and the Warriors are already in the double bonus.
Alderson needs to hit them both here. 2:31 to go to make up 8 points.
Missed it, and that's big as they had a chance there to get that lead down to 6, but it'll remain a 3-possession game. Coward dribbles high on the left wing, takes it all the way to the right side, off to Comer. Comer down into Burton. Burton got it into a wide open. Callahan missed the layup but drew the foul.
So the window's starting to close for Cascade, although, truth be told, I mean, you know, for a 3A team that enters the game at 3-0, really being down by 8 points, being within 8 points at this stage of the game is not a bad performance. You know, Cascade, to win, they would have really had to play almost flawlessly as the crowd chanting air ball now. I didn't realize that chant was still around, but it was anything but an air ball as Callahan swished it.
Yeah, the only thing it touched was the net.
And now the second one is up and also good, so the lead's back up to 10 as Callahan has a game-high 20, 53-43 here in the final minutes at Clayton.
Now here comes Alderson up across the 10-second line, flips it off over to Birch. Birch looking. Dribbles all the way to the center of the floor. Alderson has it between the legs. To Hopper. Hopper to Alderson. Trying to get it down inside, now does to Du Bois. Du Bois faces up. Long jumper, short. And a rebound pulled out of there by the Cadets, or by the Warriors, I should say.
He just didn't seem to have enough on that shot, and you just wonder if fatigue is starting to set in. You know, playing on back-to-back games and playing nearly all 32 minutes in both of them.
Coming to the right side.
I think they're going to get Alderson for that foul there.
Connor Jones with the ball that time as he will head to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Well, pretty well, Cascade pretty close to being out of it now, especially if Jones hits these free throws, and he does hit the first. He has 5 now. It's an 11-point lead. Second one is up, and it is no good off the back of the rim. So 11 points in a minute and a half. Let's see if Cascade can do it. Coming off a pick there by Du Bois. We got Alderson, takes it up to the basket. No good. Rebound by Burton. And that should just about do it as he pitches up to now.
Jones gets it ahead to Callahan, lays it up and in. And no, it did not go, but they're going to call it a goaltending as Du Bois got the block. But they will call it a goaltend, and that'll make it a 56-43 game.
13 points. So now about all Cascade can do is just, try to make the final score a little better. Hopper now bringing it up. Drives to the basket, and it's swatted away. And now Jones brings it up. Pitches to Burton, who lays it in for the easy 2. And that brings the lead to a game-high 15, under a minute to go now.
Yeah, Alderson now up across the 10-second line as it's going to be a win for the Warriors tonight over the Cadets.
Well, and then a three-pointer there, no good. And you see an air ball, that's a sign of fatigue. I mean, these are two, basically, Cascade's played 2 games in 2 days and had to use the starters about, all 32 minutes in both of them. So, I mean, that shot, those last couple of shots, the one by Du Bois and then the one by Alderson, just had fatigue written all over them. They just didn't have a lot of muscle on the shots. So now 39.6 seconds to go here in the game with Danville 58-43 lead, about to win this cross-county matchup.
Yeah, Chris Du Bois calling a timeout there, and obviously the outcome of this one no longer in doubt with 40 seconds to go. but calling a 30-second timeout wants to talk to his team. And you hit on a good point, Leck. Danville has really gone about 10 guys deep tonight, whereas the Cadets have been about 7, and doing back-to-back nights of that. That'll wear you out.
Yeah, it will. And truth be told, I mean, they lost by 13 last night. They're down by 15 tonight near the end. It's not like they've come out. I mean, it should be noted that there are a lot of games like this in recent years that Cascade's lost, by much bigger margins. So I mean, they certainly they've certainly made great improvements, and even with this loss, they're going to be still 4-3. So certainly still on pace to have their first winning season in 5 years, and all 3 of their losses have come against higher class teams. So certainly still a lot of reason to feel optimistic if you're a Cascade fan. As now Comer on the free throw line, his first free throw is up and no good.
One more coming up for Comer. 36 seconds left to play in the game.
Second one, he hits. That's Comer's first point. He was the only starter for either team who had not scored yet. Pushes the lead up to 16 now.
And now a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And I think they're going to get the Warriors there with this one. So should be 2 free throws coming up for Danville here. Or I'm sorry, for Cascade.
So basically, this year against Cascade is Class 2A. They're 3-0 against other Class 2A teams. And then they've also beaten a Class 3A team in Brown County. And then their other 3 losses were all to 3A teams, and none were by huge margins. They were all under 20 points there as Du Bois hits that, pushing his total up to 15 points. And now we got a foul there on the other end with 23.8 seconds to go and a 15-point lead there for the Warriors.
Yeah, whistle and a foul that time.
You got to give Danville all the credit in the world. I mean, they have played a very, very strong fundamental game on both ends of the court. They don't have outstanding talent, but they have good talent, and they have a great system. And they very well, could win another sectional this season. And again, they're probably going to be a better team next year, losing only Callahan among the starters of this team.
First free throw up and good from Highland. 23 seconds to go now. Extends the lead to 60-44.
Highland, the leading scorer off the bench in this game, as he hits the second one. He has 8 now, and a 17-point lead.
Birch up across the 10-second line, dribbles to the center of the floor, fires a long 3, up, off the front of the rim, no good. Highland skies for the rebound.
They'll probably just run it out.
Yeah, it appears though they're not going to foul, but they're still going to try to play some defense here. Does get ahead to Callahan across the 10-second line left side, and that will wind it out as he will hold the ball. 2-1, that'll do it. 61-44, our final tonight, as the Danville Warriors are victorious over the Cascade Cadets. Leck, your closing comments for tonight.
Well, it was a great game. It was really, the final score is misleading. 17 points. It looks like it was a relatively easy victory for Danville, but the truth be told, Danville was within striking distance until there were about 4 minutes left in the game, and then they just fell apart. I think a lot of it was fatigue. And, Danville, a little more size, a little more talent, but they played just almost flawless. Danville made very, very, very few mistakes tonight. Cascade didn't make a lot, but they did have quite a few crucial turnovers when they had a chance to, get the lead, to make it a close game and come back. So, just a few things for Chris Du Bois, the head coach, to go over and practice the next few days until their next game next Friday at Owen Valley. They have 6 days to prepare for it. So, still, Cascade still above 500 at 4-3. Still a very good shot to get a winning season this year for the first time in 5 years. But Danville, you got to be very, very excited as they move to 4-0 if you're a Danville fan. This looks like it's one of Coach Barber's best teams, which is saying a lot. And like I said, they'll probably be better next year. So really, they played an outstanding fundamental game, and they deserve all the credit for the win.
Lee, final thoughts?
Leck hit the nail on the head with this one.
Thank you.
It really was a more competitive game than the score came out to be. Towards the end, fatigue played a huge role, and like he talked about, back-to-back nights playing 7 guys, and really was a strong factor in the game tonight. I got a feel for Coach Du Bois. I mean, the depth can really play a factor when you're having to play so many games in a small time span. Danville really had the depth, and that really pulled out towards the end, playing as many as 10 guys tonight, where, like we talked about, Cascade really only went too deep in the bench. And those starters get worn out. We saw air balls. We saw guys stop hustling. We saw the game slow down for the Cascade side. If I'm Coach Du Bois, going into practice this week, we got to get reps for everybody, and we got to get these guys running up and down the court a little bit more. But I do feel for the starters as well, because they played really hard all night, and I know Coach Du Bois is a standard of a certain amount of talent that he knows he needs to compete against these teams. So great job by the Cascade Cadets, and good job by the Danville Warriors. A great game. I really enjoyed coming down here tonight. It was definitely worth the drive.
All right, one final time. 61-44 your final as the Cascade Cadets fall to the Danville Warriors. Want to thank our underwriters for tonight's game, Westside Plumbing, as well as Propane Inc. Want to thank Shane Ray back in the Hinders Power Cooperative Studios for pressing all the buttons and keeping us on the air. Again, you're listening to WYRZ LP, Brownsburg, Indiana. I'm Rob Kendall, along with Lex Zorn and Lee Brees. And reminder, our next broadcast will be Friday night as the Avon Orioles play host to the Brownsburg Bulldogs. For Leck and Lee, till next time, I'm Rob Kendall. Saying have yourself a great evening.
Good night.